Death on the Nile, Kenneth Branagh's new film based on the 87-year-old book by Agatha Christie. We just saw it, and here is our hot take.
Back in 2017, Kenneth Branaugh gave us another Agatha Christie when he directed Murder on the Orient Express. This time around, he gives us another exotic location filled with many characters, and we have a murder. This time it takes place on a boat. Ooh, my, shocking, right? And when you have a murder and a large cast, you have a lot of suspects, but you also have a small issue, and that is some actors get lost in the shuffle. This cast includes Gal Gadot, Armie Hammer, Annette Benning, Kenneth Branaugh himself, and Russel Brand, who I really liked and we'll get to. But up first, Annette Benning. I think she gets lost in the shuffle. She's sort of a legend, and she's not used enough.
Yeah, honest to God, I didn't even know that was Annette Benning for like 2/3 of the movie. I'm like, oh, it's Annette Benning. It took me a minute to actually recognize her. Russel Brand also is somewhat unrecognizable in this movie. He's got none of that characteristic brand, if you will. But nevertheless, I actually thought this was kind of a cool turn for him.
It was, because it's not so serious of a film that he can't take a chance here and not be, quote unquote, the funny man, Russel Brand. We get, let's see what Russel Brand can do when he's trying to pull off a character. And I think it works for the most part.
Yeah, this is a fun movie. Ryan mentioned the locale. It is quite exotic. It'd be safe to call this Clue on a boat.
It looks beautiful. Digital photography, yes, it's not very authentic. We're not probably on the actual Nile, but look-wise, the film has a really nice style, much like Murder on the Orient Express.
Now let's talk about the actual detective work in this movie. If you're hoping to follow along and pick up the clues and the pieces as you go along with Hercule Poirot, I think you're going to be a little disappointed. This is not like Knives Out, where the breadcrumbs are laid before us to pick up on. Poirot's basic technique is to just browbeat all the suspects into telling him exactly where they were and what they did. So it kind of lacked a little bit in that department for me. What'd you think?
I'm right with you. I'm not one to solve the case so early on, but this was like getting the Wordle on the second line. I had this thing figured out 5 minutes into the movie, and it just, once I had it and I thought the suspect was the murderer, right away, everything fit into place and I was right on the dot. So for me, I solved it 5-10 minutes into the movie.
Speaking of dots, let's talk about Gal Gadot for just a quick second. Does she have range? Is she one-dimensional as an actress, or do you think that she actually brought something to this project?
I was hoping that she was going to bring even more and keep seeing her pull off layers and get more deeper into characters. I don't see it yet. She's still very shallow in my eyes. She's a great Wonder Woman, but outside of the DC universe, I have not seen much from her.
That's where I disagree with Ryan a little bit. I think Gal Gadot's charm and screen presence bring a lot to this movie. And in fact, when she exits the film about 2/3 of the way through, I felt a marked difference in the whole tone of the movie just kind of started to bog down for me.
It has a runtime of about 2 hours. It didn't feel too long, but I think it could have been probably more in that hour and 40-minute range. It would have felt a little bit more upbeat. But overall, your take on Death on the Nile, how many jaws?
I would give this 2 jaws. There's a lot of Agatha Christie fans out there. We heard them in the peanut gallery behind us, laughing at the in-jokes, the meta references. I think this is going to hit with some audiences. I just wasn't necessarily a big part of that audience.
I'm with you as well. I think it's a 2-jaw movie. There is a lot to like. Large cast movies like this, trying to figure out who it is, will work for a lot of people out there. So if you enjoy a murder mystery, do check out Death on the Nile. If not, maybe wait for a rental.
Thanks for watching, everybody. If you agree, disagree, think we're crazy, leave a comment down below. Let us know how we did on this hot take. And please check out this video. You might like it.